Hello, welcome to Beth Roars. I'm Beth and today I'm going to be doing a vocal coach reacts to Bugoy Drilon singing One Day. Before we start, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. My handle is @BethRoars. Also, please do check out my website, bethroars.com, where you can book a singing lesson from me. And last but not least, do check out my Patreon, which is patreon.com/BethRoars, where you can find more exclusive content and guarantee that your request definitely does happen. Well, I first saw this guy on One Sweet Day, not One Day, with a heap of other amazing Filipino singers. I haven't had the time to listen to him as an individual yet, so I'm really keen to listen to his individual nuances and the way that he produces sound. It's super chill. It reminds me of summers when I was nice flipping it.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my
I like it. I like the vibe of this. I don't know this song before. I know it's got a kind of reggae vibe. I think that's really cool. Kind of reminds me of summers when I was 15 and went to music camp. I was one of those geeks, yes. I like these little scoops that he's doing. Sometimes I lay come down, down and oh. And he's using these really dental Ds. Then I pray don't. It's like a really cool combination of over-exaggerating the vowel sounds and then really relaxing on it. So you've got when I pray don't, when I really open, pray don't, soon, soon's really close and over-exaggerated. And then the end of that phrase, he ends on the n sound, keeping it really close. Here for a reason, and closes it onto the n sound. I like it.
I drown, but I never let it get me down.
Oh, I love it. Sorry I'm stopping so much. I will listen to it in longer chunks in a minute. But that was so percussive. He's using those dental sounds again, but on the T this time. Sometimes he's using the flat of his tongue, and then a big old wobbly vibrato and singing on the consonant. Drown. And then really super percussive on the but I never let it.
So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, but one day, one day, one day.
Okay, I'm trying not to stop it so much, so I had so much to say in that section. He's keeping it very chest heavy on the waiting for. And personally, I would have preferred if he slightly eased off more towards a mix. It would have just felt a bit freer. However, it does give a little bit of feeling of desperation, so maybe that's what he's going for. It may be a choice. That's what's also giving it that kind of crunchy feeling. Waiting for, instead of waiting for. And it is quite high, it's a G, so it's on that kind of break or just over that break for most people. And then I love those growls at the bottom. There'll be no. Really cool texture. And then there's one day, one day. He's singing on the E sound of day instead of one day, which makes it a bit freer and more open, but it is an interesting texture. I think it's definitely a choice that he's doing that there. If you want a nice free sound, I would not suggest singing on the tight E sound, but if you want to style it out and it feels good and easy and it isn't tight, then yeah, why not? And then I love the with those little glottals, which is a glottal is this sound. He had one on every single one, so that gives it that little bit of punch.
It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they feed on the source of our innocent blood-drenched baby. Keep on moving though the water stay raging. In this space you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let her face you no way. Said no way.
In this section he's doing a lot of tighter sort of crunchy sounds. At this point it definitely is a stylistic choice and I really like it in this section. I have to say I didn't like it so much in the chorus, but I do like it here because it still has that feeling of freedom. It feels like his voice is in like a really good place.
Sometimes in my tears I drown,
Like it.
but I never let it get me down,
so
down. Negativity surrounds. I know
beautiful.
someday it'll all turn around, cause all my life I've been waiting for, praying for
This
the
time
people
much
to
better, much
say
more free.
that we don't wanna fight no more. Children will play one day, one day, one day.
Yeah, this is the flow, I like
But one day, one day, one day. One day it's all will change, treat people the same. Stop with the violence, we don't.
I love this. I love the theme of this song. I love the percussiveness. I love how he's producing all the sounds, how he's changing the way he produces his D's and T's to that dental sound. I love how he's doing the stop and really going for it. Everything is just really cool. It has real passion behind it. And the second chorus is a lot more free than the first one. That may have been a choice as well, I'm not sure. To me it just sounds like he's settled into the song and into his technique a little bit more.
With a hate, one day will I be free. I'm proud to be under the same sun.
Love that.
Singing song of
That
freedom
sound.
like why-oh.
Great. So it's an F sharp, which is around where that other one was before, and I loved how he didn't put any vibrato on that. Which made it feel kind of tribal, because he's putting on that lovely vibrato on his lower notes, so it's not that he can't do it, it's because he wants that sound. It feels like a call to action. Yes.
All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say
Oh, this is great. I love this as well. That sort of sound, again, it's produced above the vocal cords, and that kind of growl, it isn't a push sound now at all. It's completely a style choice, and it's really healthily produced, and it just adds, it feels really earthy. I love it.
And our children will play one day, yeah, one day, one day, Lord, one day, one day. Ooh,
Nice flip into him. I love it. Oh, I loved how he came off that note at the end. That last note was great. How he tapered it off and then put a little bit of that gruff sound through. That's that creak, this sound, vocal fry. Put a little bit of that at the end. Very cool. I really enjoyed all the stylistic elements in that. The first half, I was a little bit unsure of his production, and it did feel a little bit like he was pushing in one tiny little area. I was thinking at first, oh, I'm unsure if that's the healthiest way to sing that, and then later on he really got into his stride and he did ease off that kind of pushed chest voice and made it slightly more towards a mix, so it felt more supported, and any of those gruff sounds in the second half were less because of any unhealthy production and more because of a style choice. And he had so many cool style choices. He's like Gary Vee in how he's using like percussive sounds, he's using the dental Ds, he's putting breath through, he's using vibrato, he's using very straight tone at some points, he is using really open vowels and then really closed vowels, he's singing on the consonants, then he's got these really open sounds, he's loads of tiny little moments of expression, the creak, the cry, and it felt like a complete call to action. I thought it was brilliant, really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, I hope you liked. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!